evening, ladies and gentlemen. Dr. Feelgood. You know who I am. And for those who don't know me, you still know who I am. I got one question in two parts, one for the ladies and one for the gentlemen. So for the ladies, my question for you is, can a man still be considered for marriage if he had a one-time same-sex experience? For the men, does body count matter for marriage? Missy
Body count.
Body count. Okay, body count. How many people you done slept with?
What's the first part? What's the first part of the question?
The first question.
First question was, can a man still be considered for marriage if he had a one-time same-sex experience?
Oh,
Say marry me.
So I get to you, Miss Millie, but Miss Collins, I'm turning that over to you. Can a man still be considered for marriage if he had a one-time same-sex experience?
For me, no. It's a hell no. Because I don't need you to be looking at, I'm be wondering if you still want, something played up in there, and I'm not, gonna play doctor and have you bend over and keep coughing.
All right, Mr. Anson. Does body count matter for marriage?
No, it doesn't, because no matter what you find out, you don't know the truth either way. She could tell you she had 10 men in her life, and it could be 100. You never know, unless you was there. I've seen women do some strange things, and one very quickly in the night's time when they said they was out with some girlfriends having the girls' night out.
But Anson, what about if you know? Does it matter if you know?
No, it really don't matter, because even though you know, it can still be more, because you can't be with them all the time.
That's what I'm saying. If it's 1,000 people and you know it's 1,000 people, it doesn't matter.
Well, I guess it does, because 1,000 is a large number. But that 1,000 could be 2,000. You never know.
Go ahead, Miss Gillis. Go ahead.
I think you gave us the harder question, because it's hard to say, because you don't know. I've never had to ask that, or never asked that question of anybody. So I would have to think on something like that. I've never asked any man about something like that, but this is a new world we're living in.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you better ask.
I've never thought about asking that kind of question for real. So should I ask that? Y'all said I should ask that.
It might still be lingering in the closet.
Well, see, that's just it. Then he wouldn't be interested in me anyway.
Yes, they will.
You got some that like it both.
But Lydia, would it bother you?
Would it bother me? Right now, this moment, I can say no, it wouldn't bother me, because he doesn't know what I did or what I've been into.
All right now,
unless he asks me those questions, I'm not going to ask him any questions. Look, as long as we're both healthy, But so right now, I would have to say no. I don't think it bothers me. There's no telling what we did when we were younger.
That's fair.
I hear I hear graveyard in the closet, but that's the story. Dr. Fab, go ahead.
The skeletons falling all down.
Go ahead, Dr. Fab.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I feel like you gave us that question, but we should want to be concerned about if the man has had about 1,000 women, because that's all in his spirit too.
Exactly.
That's gonna conjive into you. So we should have got that question too. But as far as, and I'm saying this because it was so deep, and I just saw it on what is that? Will Smith, The Red Table, his wife. Mm-hmm. And this guy, he was so in love with this woman, but he had been molested as a child by a man. And he said he never wanted to be with men, and he had fell in love with this woman. And because she found out that he had had sexual acts with this person who was older than him, he just felt that he can move on and be with her because he loved her. But she couldn't get over the fact that he had had a sexual act with this man. So, like Miss, what is her name, Gillis says, that it's hard to say, but I myself, I'm very secure in myself, but my insecurity would lie, is he thinking about Peter when he's with me? So I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could marry a man that has had previous relations. And I know it's bad because he was molested the whole nine, but if that was a sense with counseling and all that good stuff, but I don't think I could really do it because I would always be feeling like, is he looking at Peter or is he looking at me? So that's my thoughts.
Go ahead, Miss Millie.
I personally couldn't do it, not and know it. Reason I say that is like the old elders used to tell us, watch a girl. You could tell when she's had something, she go to switching and twisting. Actions change. The guy done had him some peanut butter connections. He gonna let you know as well, because he gonna be switching more than you by then. So I don't think I
Not the
could
peanut
personally
butter
go through
connection.
Oh,
I don't think I can go through that with him. Me personally, everybody got their own opinion, but for me and Millie's house,
I know about it, Mr.
Go ahead.
You're right.
Go ahead first, cuz. Does body count matter?
No.
Why
No,
not?
it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter. If you can't help who you fall in love with. No matter what the person has been through, you love who you love. Now, would it be disappointing if I found out she was a doggone porn star, and you just happen to see her old work and be like, oh damn, this okay, you did all that on the video, but you won't even, like Malik said, lick my toes. I want to
wasn't ready.
do some old tricks,
Now you got it. Now first, cuz you done hit on something now, and this is kind of why I'm asking that question, because you know that OnlyFans is out there, and OnlyFans. Just Google it. Just Google OnlyFans. Don't look at it. Google it.
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Just Google it.
Yes.
I'm gonna Google it.
Do porn
Just think of
and get paid for it.
Yeah. So
Wait,
ONLY.
are you saying OnlyFans? FANS?
OnlyFans. I'm gonna type it in the box. OnlyFans.
And so what is it?
It's where people do porn and get paid for doing it.
Exactly.
Doing porn online with themselves.
Yep. They sell subscriptions. You go on there and they do stuff by themselves or with somebody.
Oh, you got to log into that thing.
Yeah.
Look at Miss Millie trying it out.
So that's kind of why I was asking the body count question, because for not for us, we a little bit too old for that, but our kids and possibly our grandkids are going to see the repercussions of that. Because you go to school, your mama sell poontang on the internet, and some kid doesn't see that. You come on now, you're gonna be fighting every day.
Oh my God.
That's your mom. I saw your mama coot a cat. What you think? What you think? Go ahead, sis. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go.
I'm sorry. You just threw me off with that whole little OnlyFans thing. But I wanted to ask a question. I noticed that it's okay, or if I could say customary, for a woman to be with a woman and a man doesn't have a problem with that. But for a man to be with a man and then decide to be with a woman later on, I see people have a problem. Don't get me wrong, I have a problem with it too. But I wanted to know, why is that an issue with society, that it's okay for a woman to be with a woman all day long, up and down, don't make a difference. The man just loves that, but let that be the reverse. And we
I
have
can
to
answer that. I can answer that because in our society, women are selfish and men are simps for women. So anything that a woman decides to do, a simp will accept. That's why.
Huh?
What? Repeat that.
What?
Ding, 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 ding. No, hey, can I jump in on that answer?
Mhm.
He's saying what he's saying is right. Men will accept that from a woman being with another woman because they want to get with that woman. And we call those guys that put women on a pedestal unnecessarily. We call them the S word, S-I-M-P, not P-I-M-P, S-I-M-P.
Simp, short for simpleton.
Yeah. So what it is, and this is kind of why I asked both these questions together. We talk about body counts. You know, a woman can have, like Answer said, she got a triple digit body count, and a man is expected to accept that. If he don't, he's called misogynist. But if a man has a one-time same-sex affair, most of y'all is like, no, I ain't doing it. I'm not saying this right or wrong. They're like, no. So body counts do matter, no matter what we want to say. You know, we can say a lot of PC stuff, but body counts do matter on both sides. Dr. Lark, you got something to say about that?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I wanted to go back to what Dr. Fabulous said, and I think that in the case of it being a rape, that's different, or a child being molested, I think that's different. If that happened to you, you were 8 years old, you were molested, I feel bad for you. I'm sorry that it happened. But if you made the choice to have, quote, an affair with another man, no, I can't do that. But if you had an encounter as a child and someone raped you, that's totally different. And I think I could accept that if that was something that you brought to me, you know, in our relationship, you know, hey, this is what happened. And, you know, I've been through counseling and I've, you know, talked about this, blah, 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 blah. But no, I don't think I could just accept that. And does body count matter? I mean, we say that it doesn't, and we all want to be, you know, saying that it doesn't, but it does, because men are, as a woman, you know, am I as good as all 999 of the other women, you know, or for a man, you know, did you have a whole lot of Vienna sausages? You know, is that why you have a mayonnaise jar now? You know, so I think we might say that we don't want to think about body counts, but I think it does make a difference.
Hit dogs is hollering. I felt that. I felt that personally. Go ahead, Basil.
Hey, what's going on? That was very important. I like the way she. I'm glad you listened to Ms. Lard. Also, let's go back to Dottie McKirkland. Spiritual. Let's go back to Tyler Perry, millionaire. These guys been molested. Okay, now here's the question. I'm gonna throw this out real quick first, because if Tyler Perry approached one of y'all, you know, would you date him?
No.
Would you date him?
Absolutely not. He can make me laugh, but he cannot.
Okay, that's Miss Collins. How about you, Miss Lark? Would you date him?
I go on a few dates with him. I ain't gonna lie. I go on a few dates.
Okay, at least you're honest about it. How about you, Miss Nikki? Would you date him?
I sure would.
Honest opinion. That's good. So goes back to what you said, Dr. Feelgood, one-time occurrence. So like you say, so and I don't know if it's the money or just they star status. But getting back to me,
status and money.
It's
okay,
definitely for me. It would be the star status.
Star status.
And, you know,
okay.
I think he's probably very funny, and I would like to go out with somebody who's funny.
Right. So you'll look beyond the incident of the molestation and all that.
But I'm not gonna marry.
But they just going out for a date. They ain't going out for nothing serious, right?
You know, go out on a date. But I
would
we just date. We
seriously be in a relationship with him. No.
There you go.
Okay, now they say that now, but if y'all get with Tyler Perry, y'all start going out like you said, Dr. Ferris, for months and months, anything can happen. Or your whole mind will change. If that man treat you like a queen. Be
That's
honest
true.
now.
That's
Come
true.
on now.
You know,
All right, so
anything can happen.
okay, thank you, Ms. Locke. Now let me get back to the question. All right, now so I think the count does matter. Same thing we were saying about the mayonnaise jar and stuff like that. And but also that goes back to putting fantasies and everything hearts on the table. So sometimes you gotta be careful what you ask for. You know what I mean? Like First Cousin say, you might not want to know. You might not need to know all the skeletons in my closet, what I done done. You know what I mean? Because it might be not so much a turn on, but a turn off. But then once you look at the heart, then that might overrule, because I already told y'all many times before the show, I had multiple women at the same time. So I mean, but that's not in me now, but I'm just saying what I did, you know what I mean? So I was able to, the reason I never got married, I had plenty of opportunities to get married. And that's why I disagree with Dr. Feelgood about that income, because I dated RNs, people in the nursing field, people, that had very good jobs, managers and stuff like that.
Nurses is freaks, Razzle.
I like that. I ain't got to worry about that. That's why I got with them. But the main thing is, I think at the end of the day that it's all about what the heart wants. And I don't want to know, maybe all that stuff in her past not need to be known, like all the stuff in my past might not be known. Let's start where we started. Just like the beginning of the Bible is Genesis. Let's start in the beginning and not worry about what happened all before Genesis. Let's just start with where we at and let's see how we can make that thing work from there.
Malik, you a deacon at church?
No. Ma'am, I'm not a deacon at church.
Okay. All
That
right.
was actually
work the word for your favor. I got you.
hey, but that was actually that. Hey, Malik, I got to give it to you. That was a sermon.
That
there.
was smooth, wasn't it?
That
Let's
was a
start in
sermon there.
Genesis.
Thank you.
Now, I'm gonna surprise you. I agree with you. You should start at where you start at. Right. The problem is not that, because what we try to keep buried in the past always manages to come up, and some people might get upset that you didn't tell them.
Okay.
So we have to be transparent, but we also got to know who we're dealing with.
I agree with you.
Right. Some people got body counts.
Right.
Some people done did a lot of stuff before they met you.
Right.
And they may be reformed, saying, "Hey, I'm a new person. I ain't with that no more. I don't pack peanut butter no more."
Right.
But I'd rather it's like being a drug addict or an alcoholic. I'd rather and you make that decision than not telling you. You find out later, because you're going to feel betrayed.
Right.
You're going to feel like that person could have did 200 things nice for you. But if you think they lied to you, guess what they are? They are
liar.
They're a liar.
They're done.
Liar. So it's always good to be transparent. Sometimes it's gonna hurt, because my sisters can tell you, said we are brutally honest. We ain't honest, we brutally honest with each other. We will tell each other like we tell each other like, no, ain't no varnish. Now a lot of us, we get mad at each other because, hey, you don't like to hear that, but we know it's out of love. And that gives us the information to make our own decisions.
Correct.
So
Correct.
Go ahead, Anson.
I was gonna say that the only thing that matters with body counts is what you take away from an encounter. The things that you can't get rid of. That's the only
Like
thing that matters
diseases?
when it comes to multiple body counts. You got a disease you can't get rid of and can't cure. That's all that matters.
What about you, Dr. Bab? Go ahead.
And I'm saying this because most men want to think that they were the most fabulous one there in that body count. And then you have some young ladies who have had series of body counts. And like you say, it falls out like a skeleton falling out the closet, because you have some people that move from state to state because they're well known in each state. And then you're out with that loved one, your new boo. And then you have guys that knew you when you used to do what you do. And then that's where the issue comes along. So I believe that body count can be an issue, because I believe men are very sensitive about that. And I had my cousin, he told me, he said, now he'll do a Judy that's a person that has a lot of body counts, but he don't want to marry a Judy. So there you have
You
it.
can't take her home to mama.
There you
Some
go.
guys do. Pinky was married. Pinky's a porn star. She got married. That was porn stars
Yep.
do get married. Porn stars do get married. I ain't saying often. I'm not saying it often, but it does happen. I just want to say one thing before I pass it back to First Cuz to close this out. I said, really, when it comes to marriage, marriage is like anything else. You get out of it what you put into it. If you should vet the person. Like marriage is a job. You got to vet the person. You got to interview the person. You got to put them on probation. That's called dating. You got to see you got to check their references. Because some people will tell you anything to get rid of the person that they want to get rid of. However, your significant other is not in charge of your happiness. If you think that this person did not make me happy, you need to check yourself. Instead of blaming that person for things that they can't control, which is you need to, what am I doing? One finger at you, three at me.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us don't like to do that. We don't like to do self-correction, self-accountability, because it hurts. We all, if you're in a relationship now, look at yourself first. Make sure it's not you. If
Yep,
you
that's why I ain't
consider
no ring on these fingers.
exactly, if you thinking about marrying or getting with somebody, take your time. I do say between 4 and 8 months, but you can take your time. If you're with them almost every day, you gonna learn some stuff, because people can hide stuff, but they can only hold up an act for so long. And to everybody who's looking for somebody, don't go after the tingles. The tingles are undefeated, and the tingles will lead you wrong every time. That's why y'all have Children by Tyrone or Self-Oniqua, because them tingles and Chronisha, them tingles be winning. Think with your head, not with your genitalia. Your genitalia will get you in trouble. So, and you can't, and you have to be discerning. Don't let nobody get with you that could put a baby in you, or you put a baby in that you ain't gonna want to marry. And that's we have a problem in our community like that. We like to have sex. We don't like everything else that goes with the sex. So you got to remember, look at yourself, do self-examination before trying to blame somebody else. Now, sometimes it is somebody else's fault, but make sure that you've done everything that you could before you start blaming other people. On that note, I'm going to turn it over to the First Cuz so he can close us out. Go ahead, First Cuz.
All right. Thank you so much, Dr. Feelgood, for those words of encouragement and words of advice. Dr. Fabulous, you want to go ahead and give your part?
I just want to say I enjoyed this show this evening so much about marriage. I was supposed to come in here and say a whole different part, but changing the questions around, I really enjoyed this. And I would like to thank each and every one of you. Please don't let this be your last time. Please come back with us again, even though you probably see me with a lot of facial expression. That's because I was in a lot of pain trying to maneuver here, and I'm actually in my bed, but I got a little thing up so y'all can't tell I'm in my bed. But I want to say thank you so much for coming, and it's always simply amazing every time we get together. I'm turning it back over to you now, First Cousin.
All right, Dr. Fabulous, thank you so much. And everyone, thank you so much for logging on and checking us out tonight. We had a great conversation talking about family and marriage. In my opinion, marriage is a good thing. Like Dr. Feelgood said, it's a lot of work to make it a good one. What you put in it is what you're gonna get out of it. Don't look at marriage as something you should run away from. If you find your soulmate, you find someone that you feel like you're compatible with, like we said earlier, that could be equally yoked. But we know if you are a mayonnaise jar and a Vienna sausage, that's not equally yoked. So make sure that you find someone that you are compatible with. And if you want to spend the rest of your life with this person, there's no right or wrong. There's no, okay, it's got to be 4 to 6 months or 4 to 8 months. That's just someone's opinion. But studies have shown us if you rush to judgment and do these things, you could be in that relationship in a short period of time. But with all that being said, we want to thank everyone. Please go to Upscale Love for You on YouTube. That's all one word, Upscale Love, the number 4, the letter U on YouTube. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the share button. Share with someone and talk about the conversations we had tonight and the previous weeks that we've had. Also, if you have any questions or comments, please go to upscaleloveforyou@gmail.com. Send us an email. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know if there's a particular topic that you want to talk about. And in the very near future, we're going to have Dr. Feelgood's case studies, and we can't wait to get them out. Dr. Feelgood's case studies is coming up in the very, very near future. So with that being said, everyone be safe this week. Stay safe, stay positive, and stay upset.